best up against FURIA, and this is going to be a true test of their potential. B-take is nice, but a 5-on-4 goes the way of the poles, and immediately that gets crushed by drop up close. They're going to run out the door together, but there's plenty of players here. xantares, lots of damage, and it will get finished off. ISO's here, they know it, they hear it, they will peek it together, and he's lost in the source. Smoke kit, but he can't find him. Where have they gone? Nice shot, but Safe saves the...
So, yeah,
long time.
sick.
It's a very long time to keep a core, to keep, especially a roster that's, you know, not playing at the top level. Like, you often will see more swaps. Ooh, that's awkward for SNX. Walking into xantares and ramp. Art even in the window somehow, some way, and they don't hear him. Oh, they see him though. Some missed shots from Art. He needs help. Holding the rotation, perfect read, and drop comes in to assist. That is a lovely split for FURIA. It went wrong for a second, but recovered very well. And now just a kill away from that 3-0 lead. Olymp will not give it up and will limp away instead. As FURIA find a third, they should even get this kill at the end as well. There it is, nicely done.
In these early matchups, right? I think especially in this one where you're up against such an unknown quantity, a team that's kind of, you know, really new to stakes like the ones that are on this matchup, are over in the apartments gonna have this little skirmish versus Olymp on the other side. Drop's moving in to join him. Gonna play this buddy system, play the trade game.
Yeah, FURIA were never gonna come into this game scared. If anything, it's Permitta who should be cautious and worried about sheer pace that FURIA can show. Still 2 players towards B. It's out ramp with the bomb. The push comes, and the bomb can go right back if they want. They don't need to. They've got some fights here, but both of them come up in favor of Permitta. Up the ladder, and dead to xantares. A 3-on-3. He can't get the bomb yet. He's got to run all the way back to ramp for it, but FURIA have that B site. Do Permitta want to wait for that rotation or force the engagement? Seems to be the latter. ISO walks in, rather. And Casey might try his hand as well. But Art is patiently on this angle. Did it once, but he can't do it twice, and they've lost the B site. Caught in limbo, rotating back into the AWP. They know it was here.
Yeah, this is a little awkward now. Just gonna have to make a play in towards the A site. You're really hoping that at bare minimum you trade this first kill, right? And try to set up someone like Drop or xantares for the 1v1. xantares leads the charge, that bomb on his back as he plays the hand, dropping in. He's got to commit to this plant now. Lena could win it with that shot, but it just sails on past him, and there was no time. So
God, well, that's a ruffled feather for FURIA. And so they're going to use that anger and just run out ramp. Double entry, smokes it down. No one could stop this.
Yeah, you know, I think one of the challenges that's going to face you if you're Permitta is that, you know, throughout your kind of playing career thus far, you've been playing in these matchups a lot of times as an underdog. That's not a familiar, you know, it's not an off feeling. It's one you're kind of used to, but you're often used to a certain degree of respect, right? And FURIA are a team that try to disrespect the best in the game. So, yeah, you know, when they kind of, when they're in a matchup like this, they're definitely going to be bringing the heat. That is a flawless A-rush round as they find...
It's more of an awkward one because they lose Art while, you know, they're getting the bomb out of T-spawn. They had to send that second B player back to spawn to get the bomb. So they were kind of caught between both sides. Being said, FURIA don't care about your story. They don't care about your history. They're here to win at any cost. Art drops through the smoke. Casey will find it, but reaggress denied. Safe is there to respond, keeping things even. This is only a default for FURIA. Of course, a default for FURIA involves Art committing. Jiggle, he's seen a couple of players, but he can't take the kill.
Yeah, trying to get out of there, trying to get out of the danger zone, but the B site was already lost, and Drop has been very, very keen to get involved. Eight and 1 to open up this game is Drop.
And he's been one of the most interesting talking points for FURIA, because when we had this academy era starting really in 2021, and we had you know, tier 1 teams move these academy players in, there was a lot of talk. There was the tour sheet that basically the Mouse NXT roster becoming the Mouse core. There were people like Monacy, you know, who were gracing your screens with their presence, some incredibly talented players, and drop. Kind of, well, he was on FURIA Academy, and that was the worst team in like 3 seasons in a row. Any interest?
Yeah.
Neither, when he joined this team, he looked pretty mid. But in such a short space of time, around some of the best
one of these like prophecy plays where it felt like they had like a destiny. Here's the play into the A site out of FURIA, another pacey one. Cut down. SNX with a nice sight hold here, anchoring it down before he's traded. He puts up 2. He's done his part in the round. It's a full grouping over towards CT with a flank on the cards for Permitta, but it does hinge on these players in CT staying alive. Up close, Olymp drops in, wins the first and the second. The bomb gets away from FURIA now. And so xantares gonna have to do this in the 1v1, but these are the rounds that this guy is made for. The clutches is where the claws really come out for xantares.
Oh, he's hit the net.
Pushing all the way through spawn. He's got the info that Olymp isn't here. He started to piece this one together. Olymp's even considering it as well. Trying to stay ahead of him in the mind game in this clutch.
If xantares went past, he would not be favored in that fight. But even though Olymp's read it, xantares is going one step further back to the site. He knows he's been played with right now. xantares just sticks the bomb back on default. He knows spawn's clear for the time being. He's got a molly if he wants to get weird. Swings with it, and Olymp was runs yet. Some individuals on the screens, and Lena with the AWP finds an opener. That's more like it. FURIA with a fast ramp contact denied. Art dead early again.
Is very alone here. Lena doesn't have a flash or anything to help him. That would have to come from ISO, who's over at stairs, and you know, he's not really in the best of spots to lend a helping hand. So SNX is alone and now dead. xantares, a clean opener into the A play. FURIA have not committed yet. Flash goes over. Lena blinded, still with an angle from CT. That smoke's gonna get in the way.
Spooky.
So he doesn't want to get caught with any trickery around this smoke. He's just posted on Palace. There's a lot of room right now for FURIA to start to move out of this ramp position.
That's top con smoke. Still, ISO is the player to watch out for in this round. He's got that cross on lock. Molly behind him. He's going to catch this first player jiggling. They flash. They commit together with a swing, and both kills come through. Safe even picks the AWP out of CT spawn after climbing up on top of balcony. FURIA methodical mid-round there in a 4-on-4. And Permitta, yet again, throwing in the towel. It's all they could have done. 9-1. Pretty brutal, but can't say we expected much less from FURIA. And on a map like Mirage, you've met them in the middle ground. Sure, maybe a Pugger's Paradise, maybe a mainstay for Permitta, but whatever you do, FURIA can do twice over. Not forcing the issue on the hunt. They certainly have the money to, but 2 guns
over, and Lena had a bit of extra cash lying around to buy himself. So they will be pulling up with an investment here. Going to come with some limitation. Attempt at the mid-control with xantares lurking over towards this A side of the map. This time he's challenged, and well, that's exactly what he wanted.
Couldn't have been more ready for that.
And spotted down in con, and this one goes from bad to worse. The ISO's off, and it's a stark contrast here.
And FURIA's still waiting for a re-aggression towards Palace, towards middle. They'll eventually contact one of these sites, but the kills just keep on coming, man. Why stop? Just Casey sat back at A. Boxed
yeah, I almost don't think he's... It's Art who's going to be the guy making the move, isn't it? With this AWP. Well, flick back to... The kind of sad things about the matchup is just that, like, I think for a team really trying to learn and like trying to gain experience, FURIA is probably the worst team for you to face in that regard, because they do play the, you know, the... Ooh. Yeah, you know, xantares still alive, making the play out through ramp, so it gives you a lot of hope here. This first fight goes the way of the site player. SNX deals with xantares. And so now with the guy who's kind of, you know, been the saving grace in moments where you lose art early, and xantares was always there to give you a backdoor in. With him now gone, that pressure's going to fall to someone else. Save's trying to get involved all the way up through connector. But the AWP's not ideal here. The long barrel betrays him. This one starts to fall away from FURIA. Permitta are looking for a second round. That nade connects down in con, and Yuri is dealt with as well. So
solid shots all around the board for Permitta. But it's got to be reproducible. They've got to build in if they actually wanted any chance of making this game interesting. With cover from SNX, and he's playing the smoke well. He finds Art again, running down middle. No teammate to trade though. Yuri was flashed out behind the boxes. SNX is trapped to a degree, but the bomb's been dropped towards B. Yuri catches him. They still don't know about this AWP out under. It's wide right now. xantares can't see this player above the smoke. They've gone underneath him, and he falls off. Oh dear, that's awkward. Olymp will capitalize. xantares didn't fall off the edge there. He would have been accurate. Might have been his kill, but instead, one thing that has gone very well for Permitta in this game is they've shut down Art in these opening fights a lot of times.
Yeah. You know, I think that comes with the caveat that he's kind of
a little loosey-goosey.
Yeah. Let's see if they do. xantares continues where he left off. Opening kill found from the man in the lower tunnels, and now he's even vying for a bit of this top mid control.
Ouch.
Proves to be one battle too many, but Yuri is here to pick up the pieces. Drop dead as they swing him from in front of the stairs. However, Casey left in this 1v2 makes it the 1v1. Art. Now the man who's got to step up in the clutch, and he will. Nails the shot. And so FURIA grab the pistol to open up this second half. 12-4 on the board. They are teed up to take this map. They can just, you know, cross their T's and dot their I's.
Safe pushes top mid to climb up Cat. And a good time as well. Triple mid with an undertake as Permitta come in with 4 of their own. Oh, an arm is spotted and removed, and Yuri offering out executions, cutting off limbs, amputations in middle. ISO not long for the world either, as holding the smoke is xantares. He's got that light, and he's going to shoot right through. He knows when Olymp's coming. Yuri ready for ISO as well, and swinging out into the A site as Art. They are winning all their battles in every location. 2-on-4 all of a sudden. Permitta are running out of time. Oh.
I know where the last guy is. That's kind of how FURIA want you to face them, and so already this one looking like a done deal. Art mauls them over at ramp, and so here's his little mini redemption arc. He tried to play a very loose style, very aggressive, and oftentimes to his detriment. Well, here, he's good to have locked that one in. 16-4, the Brazilians win.